Hi everybody, welcome back to Mediocre Whiskey Review. I'm Jill, your host. We're opening a new special bottle today. Stick around. All right, I have a bottle that I never thought I would have. I won it in a Facebook group that I'm in, and I was super excited to get it. And I've never seen one on a shelf. You know, it's one of those elusive unicorns, I guess. I've never hunted it, but it's just one that I thought would forever be out of my reach. And I have one. So, you want to know what it is? I'm sure you do. All right. It is Elmer T Lee. Now, I pulled the little thing off, but I haven't opened it. I haven't uncorked it. I've never hunted it. I've never searched for it. But I've always known it was there because it's a Buffalo Trace product, and we know that most of their stuff is fairly hard to come by. But I got this one and I'm super excited about it. So we're going to open her up. We're going to sniff it. We're going to smell it. We're going to do all the things and the stuff that we do. So hold on. I hate these little things on there. Pause for cork pop. It was a tiny little weak cork pop. But that's all right. Let's pour some Elmer and see what we got. I've had this bottle for 3 weeks or so. I just haven't gotten around to opening it, to trying it, to making a video. As you know, I've been a whole mess lately. But I do have some information. I looked up a little bit of stuff. Elmer T Lee is a real person that started working at Buffalo Trace, and I didn't write this down, so this is memory. So if I'm wrong, forgive me. He started working for Buffalo Trace in 1949 as some sort of maintenance person. Worked his way up, obviously, to master distiller. Retired in 1985 or 1989, maybe. I don't remember. 85 or 89. Either way. And then passed away in 2013, just before his 94th birthday. So, he had a very long legacy with Buffalo Trace. So, he's apparently also, and I'm sure I read this in a little blurb, that he's the one responsible for coming up with the Blanton's line, because when he first applied at Buffalo Trace, Mr. Blanton said, "No, thank you, we're not interested." So he came up with this line to pay homage to the gentleman that wasn't going to give him a chance, I guess. So that's kind of cool. It's a neat story. Go like, subscribe, comment, do the things, and I'm gonna sniff this little feller and see where we're at. It's got a decent nose to it. Color's okay. It's a little light, which is fine. I did do some research. It is a 90 proof single barrel sour mash. Obviously, it's a Buffalo Trace. It is the High Rye Mash Bill number 2. Excuse me. And it's the same mash bill as Blanton's. And from what I found online, Blanton's is rumored to be aged 5 to 7 years. Elmer T Lee apparently used to have an age statement of 12 years and now is non-age stated. So is it the same age as Blanton's now, or is it still that higher age range? Don't know. I don't know. I'm getting I'm really, oh my gosh, I spilled that everywhere. It's what I get when I don't pay attention. But I'm not pulling a lot off of the nose. And when I say that I wanted this bottle, I think and I think I feel this way about a lot of bottles. I want a bottle because I know that it's hard to come by. And I hear people talk about it all the time. And, you know, pause. I've got to clean this up. It's going to bother me. Much better. Anyway, it's not because I've heard great things about this bottle. It's not because I've heard, you know, that it's so great or anything else. It's just one of those bottles that I knew that I would never find because I don't look on secondary for things. I don't buy secondary. Everything I get is either from a liquor store or through this Facebook group that I'm in. And that's how I've gotten a lot of my special bottles, I guess, is through this Facebook group, which has worked out super well for me. But we're going to dive in. We're going to take a sip. I'm not getting much off the nose, but let's take a sip and see what she's got or see what he's got. It's Elmer. Cheers. Immediately, the first thing I got was leather. It wasn't off-putting. But I don't know if I've ever just like pulled leather like that. Other than that, that very first sip was, I got leather. And that's about it. Maybe a little bit of spice. Nothing phenomenal. Nothing that stands out, you know, as a super great thing. That's okay. That's all right. We're going to go sip 2. We just opened it up. Now, I posted a picture of this on a Facebook group that I'm in, and someone said, prepare to be disappointed in the Elmer T Lee. And I try not to go into it negative because I've never had it and I don't know anything about it. I'm still excited about it. Regardless, regardless of whether I think it's bad or not, doesn't matter because I'm excited to have the bottle. And I'm okay, even if it's not knock my socks off great. I still have it and I can share it with people, and I'm happy about that. Let's go sip 2. So I got a little bit of vanilla that time. Still the leather came through, and there's definitely, I'm guessing, the rye spice that I'm getting out of there. I think it would be very, very neat to compare this to Blanton's, which I have. I don't have here, but I have. So maybe I'll do that at some point, is compare this with Blanton since it's the same mash bill. And I'm sure where they age them, how long they age them are different, but I think it would be neat to do a blind with those. And even the finish is like, it's warm. It's got a good finish, but there's not a lot of flavors coming through, right? Like it's a little dry, which I assume is the oak. And the only like solid flavors that I'm pulling out is vanilla and leather. There's a vanilla bean floating on a leather raft. Which is okay. That's all right. Let's go sip 3. See where we're at. Let's give him a good spin and not spill it this time. I did look at the laser code on this, and it was from 2023. But I can get the year, but I don't know anything else on the laser code, so it means nothing to me. I tried to look some things up, and like the only thing I could definitively find is that after the letter, the next 2 numbers are the year. So that's what I got. It's from 2023. I can get the vanilla on the nose now. Some fruit. Maybe like a cherry, like a tart cherry. All right, sip 3, and then we're going to call this a good day. So that time I got the vanilla I got a little bit of honey. The leather is still very prominent, but it's like, normally I'm not a huge fan of the leather note in it. And it's a very subtle leather. It is still dry. The mouthfeel is pretty dry, but the finish now is like spice. But it's not overpowering, and it's a very muted. I feel like everything about this is very muted. I feel like if this were barreled at cask strength, the flavors would just pop. I'm not sure that I would like it because I don't know if I want that leather to be at cask strength, right? Like, I think the leather's not my favorite note to pull, but in this state right here, it's a very muted palate. Everything is very like mild. But is it going to be a great addition to the shelf? So if somebody wants a sample or someone comes over, I think I think most everyone, even people who are new to whiskey, know Buffalo Trace, and they know that they have a lot of great products. So this would be a really cool, you're like, oh, well, look what I have. I have Elmer T Lee. It's not phenomenal. And it's not even close to the best whiskey. It's good. And it is an easy sipper. For sure. 100% easy sipper. I think I will do a comparison with Blanton's, because I think if they do have the same mash bill, I think it'll be a really neat thing to do. So that's all I have today. I'm gonna shut up about this, and regardless of whether I really just fell head over heels for this or not, I'm still happy to have this bottle, and I will drink it occasionally because it's what whiskey's for. So that's all I got. So I hope that you guys have had the best week, and I hope that you're doing super great. So you guys go do something nice for someone and be nice to each other, and I will see you guys next time. Cheers.